everybody, good evening and welcome back to Echo Arena VRML Channel 1. We've got an awesome slate of 3 matches coming at you here tonight. I am Psychaotic. With me in the booth this evening is going to be sheepsknuckles, and Dano McFabulous is running the cams, running the show, doing everything that he needs to do to make sure this stream happens. Sheep, to kick us off, we're going to have High Voltage versus Vital, and my goodness, these are some high teams. High Voltage, very, very high up there. Vital, also high up there. I mean, you look at these names here, these are no strangers to the High Diamond and Master Tiers. So what are you expecting out of tonight's match?
I'm expecting a ton of fun, probably a tornado's worth of activity going on in there. I think that we're expecting a whole bunch of madness on the front.
Yeah, I could not agree with you more. It is going to be interesting seeing how this match goes. I heard from Lulz before the match that, you know, this isn't the typical roster that they run with, and I know that over on the side of Vital, they were dealing with some possible last-second issues where they may have needed a sub. But thankfully, they got everybody in here, and we're going to get into this first round. And it looks like High Voltage on the way, looking for that first possession. They'll get it as Heck fires over to Lulz, now taking this one high, working his way forward, hitting that cross pass over to Snipe. Snipe now back to Lulz, gets through one. Oh my goodness, man is determined to score here, and he will do so, putting in that cross pocket shot for the 2.
Yep, absolutely. Dropping there off the nest, coming in and then swinging that right arm around to get that far edge pocket, just sinking it nice and sweet, Lulz.
Absolutely excellent work there, but here comes Vital now looking to answer back. Quick pass to KJ Timpa, quick pass up to Chrome. He will go back to KJ to make a little time and space now. Forward and low to A, and A now taking their time in the corner. Incoming pressure from Snipe forces that reset back to KJ. Now forward to, oh my goodness, Mozzie, and then over to Chrome on the way in. What a well-coordinated play there from Vital. I mean, despite that constant stack pressure from High Voltage, they never faltered with that patient possession play. They worked it into the bubble, and they were able to get the quick answer back to tie it at 2.
Yep, absolutely. It looked like they were going to take their time and slow the pace down, but they did not. They came right back at it quick, and we are right back at it. Original pushing it around to the edge there. We got Snipe coming up into the bubble, and right back to Original for an easy 2.
What a play there between Snipe and Lulz. I mean, Snipe on the way into the bubble, we have seen him drive that kind of goal before, but with that incoming stack, forcing that pass over to Lulz, that was a great find there, and despite the goalie jumping out, Lulz was still able to get that shot off despite the stun, so now they have their lead back. But you also know that Vital is looking to answer back quickly to fix that problem, as KJ Timpa takes a second here at the station before crossing back over to Mozzie. Mozzie now through, looking for A there on the wall, a bit off on the bounce, but he gets there regardless, getting that pass sent up to Chrome, but the stack is already on him for High Voltage, getting the stun and the steal, but not the clear. KJ Timpa in the tunnel has got something to say about it. Return to sender from 35 meters out. That is in for the 3, and Vital has the lead.
Yeah, that was a big exchange right there. It looked like they were going to walk it right in, and Vital just picked that right back up and then rebound right into the pocket for that long shot. Super strong. Exactly the flurry I was expecting. Oh, and another steal. Chrome pulling that right out. Mozzie going to drive that in and dropping it in for 14 meters for another 3 in response. This is the game I was expecting from both teams.
Yeah, absolutely. Back-to-back 3-pointers right there from Vital. Rockets them up to a 4-point lead, but we are still so early on into this first round. There's still so much time for High Voltage to answer back. Let's see how they do it. It's going to start with the QB pass from Heck. Gets stunned out, but still manages to get that pass through. Bouncing on through the mid. Almost recovered by Lulz, but KJ Timpa had other ideas. Getting the stun and the steal and the pass up to Mozzie. Mozzie looking for that long 3, but oh no. The third time is not the charm here. They will not get it there. But Lulz now with the recovery for High Voltage backs it up into his own bubble under some light pressure from Mozzie. Finally finds that lane forward, connecting with Original despite the pressure from Chrome. And Original now takes this one outside. Stack is together for Vital, forcing him to return to the trap. Now back together, still applying pressure here. Original getting that relief pass over to Heck in the mid. Heck now firing this one low and through, bouncing off of the boot, which actually works out perfectly as it gets into the hands of A, but Snipe is there for the read to get the stun, steal, and shot in for the 2.
Yeah, that was, again, a potent attack slowing things down. We're seeing High Voltage take their time and getting that pass around. I definitely love the follow-up from Snipe. Took a little bit of a weird bounce, but we got right back to it.
Yeah, I mean, that is exactly what you're looking for if you're High Voltage there, right? Like back-to-back 3-pointers, you know, from Vital. You need to get those points on the board. You need to get that score, and it looks like they're even looking for more as Lulz gets a beautiful steal and almost a beautiful half-court shot. Unfortunately denied by the ding ring. Best goalie NA, and it looks like they're not going to win that possession just yet, but there we go. Stack gets back. They get the interception, and now High Voltage is on the move once again.
Yeah, strong stack there from Lulz and Original, just trailing the disc and getting the defense right back on the orange side to take that steal for a 21-meter drop from Heck. Super strong. Both teams are just going at it. I love seeing the teams slowing down as they come out, but it does not stay slow for very long.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, that is a great quick answer from High Voltage, getting their lead back, but it's not by much. Only a 1-point difference so far, and it looks like Vital is looking to make it more as they work their way through the mid. This one's going to be Mozzie, handling this one patiently, drawing out that stack before sending it up to A. A, though, firing it back over to KJ Timpa on that cross-side station. Great coordination with the passing plays coming through right now from the side of Vital as they make their way to just outside the bubble. KJ Timpa now looking to drive, gets below the defender and fires it in for the 2. That is another lead change. Vital's on top by 1.
Yeah, that was a awesome build-up. There you've got Vital almost weaving the stack with long passes coming from double stack into the right side of that Pac-Man. I mean, just pulling the team out, baiting them to come and jump all over the place. Here we are with Vital making their return. Oh, and stolen. Heck, pulling that out. I don't think he saw him. And what are we going to see here at the bubble? The ding ring, point blank.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good fight there from High Voltage, trying to capitalize on the opportunity Heck was looking to create. But in the end, it's going to turn the other way. A picking it up at half court, putting it in for the 3. That is going to re-extend this Vital lead now up to 4 points. And the clock is really starting to wind down here, right? Like 3.5 minutes remaining. 4 points is not a comfortable lead for either of these teams. And we're just seeing a lot of back and forth lead changes. So let's see how High Voltage now answers back.
Whoa, strong double stack coming in, right at the top there. Man, this is moving so fast, my mouth can't keep up with my tongue. There is a ton of action here, and we got 3 minutes left. It's a 4-point game. Tons of stuns coming out right here. Lots of brawl. Let's see who's going to come up with it. KJ pulls it out and sends a long one in. That one is going to bounce just wide. Heck is going to retrieve that and send it out for a clear. They are going to just push it back to the orange side and go for the long shot. But these stacks are just way too fast for that kind of distance. If they are together, they are not going to make it. We just can't throw that fast in the game to get ahead of these stacks that are coming in too hot.
Yeah, for sure. We've been seeing some very fast stacks from both of these squads, and it's determined a couple of plays now, you know, between getting a stack down there to get that clear and boost quick goal or getting a stack home to intercept the long 3. Stack speed has played such an important role so far in this game, and I'm sure it will continue to as we get into the last of this round and our future rounds here. But now with 2 minutes remaining, Vital is still sitting pretty at this 4-point lead. High Voltage still fighting to climb back from that as the clock is ever winding down. So let's see if they can do it. Heck, not able to get the interest. Oh my goodness, not able to get it through the tunnel. And Mozzie says, give me that. From 30 meters out, he is going to get the interception and return it in for the 3. I mean, that almost seals the deal here for Vital. High Voltage has got to move quickly with this last minute and a half.
Yeah, that was Mozzie playing a little snake in the grass there, hanging out right on table, just waiting for that pass to come to the stack that came right to him, and then he was able to pop up nice and easy, had the open shot right away, and the stack was too far behind to catch up.
Oh my goodness. And Mozzie, the madman, looks to do it again, but this time denied by the defense. Oh my goodness. Vital, though, still not done as Chrome gets a beautiful interception, realizes that lane is not open for him, though, and resets back to A. A now working his way forward, gets that bounce pass forward, but oh no, intercepted by Lulz. Stacks are away for High Voltage. They need points here and now. A 3 is preferable, and that is what they will find. Original from 12 meters out sinks in that 3-pointer, and that is huge, right? So they're down by 7 points. Getting that 3-pointer in now gets it to 4. So they just need 2 goals within this last minute. Doesn't matter if they're 2s or 3s, if they're okay with an overtime.
Yep, absolutely. This makes it a tight game. We got to see High Voltage come out here hot. They cannot wait at all. Time is ticking too fast, and Vital has no problem with that. They are going to take their time, but getting thumped. Original sending it all the way to Nugget. That is a 3. We are a 1-point game, and just enough time for Vital to get back in this game and sink a 2. That's the hope. They're going to have very little time to get back there, so it's going to be an all-out blitz to see where it goes.
Yeah, I mean, we will not be seeing an overtime. Either Vital holds on to it here, or we see return score from High Voltage, and they'll win the round. But let's see, Vital moving quickly, trying to get this one through the mid. It's gonna bounce away from the intended recipient. Snipe on the way, but A steals it away, and that is going to seal the deal. Vital has just taken round 1 over High Voltage.
Holy moly! And Vital did not come out trying to slow down and keep it on their side. They came out and rolled out straight to the middle of the arena. They were not shy at all. This is exactly what to expect. This kind of whirlwind action from both teams. Excellent first round. Absolutely stunning.
Yeah, absolutely stunning, really. And it's been interesting to see how these two teams are matching against each other. High Voltage, you know, in times that I've previously casted them, and here too, just not quite to the same extent, we've seen them utilize a lot of really good passing plays. We pointed out that chemistry that we're seeing both in the offensive bubble, but also the way that they work it through the mid, finding those quick relief passes to make sure that they can hold on to that possession without taking risks with the clear and boost. But the problem is, when Vital has been able to break up those plays, right? Like when they've been able to really disrupt that precision that we're seeing from High Voltage, they have been so quick to capitalize on those opportunities that they create. And by that, I mean those long bombs from half court. I mean, they hit so many 3s this round. It really, in my opinion, was the key factor in turning the tide and keeping the momentum in their favor. Because when you're High Voltage and you're fighting to get it out of your zone so much, and then you lose it, and then suddenly it's in the back of your own net with that 3, that is never a good feeling. But that said, both of these teams are playing super well right now. High Voltage, in my opinion, has the momentum going into this round. So let's see if they can tell a different story here in round 2. And it looks like that's exactly what they're looking to do. Lulz fires to Snipe, and Snipe just not quite able to find the net. How unfortunate as it goes off of the ding ring, and now Vital's got it moving the other way.
Yeah, I think that's the second time that High Voltage has caught just the inside of that ding ring. Just so unfortunate. That was a really great build-up to get in there quick, and like you said, the momentum was on their side, but they got the disc back and then sent it right back, and Vital got the favor there. But there's a brawl in the bubble. Blue just needs to get this out and push it deep, but Mozzie is there waiting again, snake in the grass. Mozzie just hanging out. Chrome and Mozzie weaving them, trying to pull that stack, but the stack is now broken and they are going one-on-one here. Chrome sending it back up to the top. We got Mozzie hanging out at the nest. The bubble is almost penetrated, but Lulz just jumps onto that, and it is now a race all the way down. Great clear, and the disc is in. Snipe with 3 to open this round. High Voltage with the lead.
Did you see the mind games going on between Mozzie and Lulz there for a moment? I gotta talk about it because that was something. I mean, Mozzie had that incredible, defensive read in the midfield, and then twice really tried to pull Lulz off of the geo. Those break checks, those movements that, the backing up when he needed to. But in the end, when Lulz jumped off the nest, I mean, there was determination in the eyes of that Echo unit, and he was, determined to get that one through, and it works as High Voltage sinks in the 3. But now Vital back in the zone of high voltage, looking for their first score of the round. This is going to be handled by KJ Timpa on the nose, drawing out that pressure before going up to Chrome. Chrome, though, does not see the defender get stunned out. It looks like we're going to race to it, and KJ Timpa will win that race for Vital. Now over to Mozzie. Mozzie, one more pass to Chrome on the way in, and that will do it. The first 2 points for Vital are on the board.
That pass from the top left side out toward the shield, the stack was there looking to swing out, and I don't think they expected Chrome to come just there. So quick tap, easy score. It is 2-3. We are a 1-point game with 7.5 left. Plenty that can happen here. Long shot, maybe pass downfield into the bubble, and it almost works out in Lulz's favor. I had a little bit of trouble recovering, but we are back in the hands of Snipe, and it looks like, oh, they moved very quick. There, we are back. The disc is free. It is a loose disc, anybody's disc, and Heck gets it, swings it back around, but it is still a loose disc. This is just a brawling match in the moment. Everybody is just slapping it where they can. It's a little bit of tennis, a little bit of volleyball, maybe a little bit of soccer. Pick your sport. It's going back and forth. Now it looks like KJ is going to bring it under control, slow the tempo down here. This is what we expect to see from these two teams. Oh, the duck, almost the score. I don't know what happened there, but we are now clear, and Heck, and it's a race for the disc. Oh, but the steal right away. Lulz was looking for the long shot there, but could not get it. Wow, again, another brawl. We are all over the place.
Yeah, I mean,
disc and send it into the. Whoa, that was almost a score. Woo!
Yeah, this has been very fast-paced gameplay so far, and yet at the same time, we're about 4 minutes into this round, and we have exactly 2 goals on the board. I mean, that is incredible for a game moving this quickly to have so few scores. But I think Vital is looking to change that here as Mozzie doing some spins, backs it way out of the bubble before firing high, trying to find Chrome off of the bounce, but will not do so as Snipe jumps to get that one out. However, KJ Timpa with the interception now sends it back the other way for Vital, sending it over to Mozzie, going back and forth between those geos before firing cross once again to KJ. Up high, finding Mozzie on the ceiling, and now down low, bouncing to Chrome, over to KJ, looking to drive off of the post. One more pass. No, just kidding. One more. Are they Vital or are they OG Kangarillas? The passing in the bubble there was incredible, and they certainly earned those 2 points.
They absolutely did. There were 4 bots sitting in the net, waiting for that to get loose, and it got loose for a moment, but did not stay loose. That passing, I love the bounce pass coming below the net. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was incredible. And shout out to Def Real, redeeming the hydrate. Thank you, because after that play, my voice is almost already gone, and we still have 2 more sets after this. Let's go. But oh my goodness, speaking of let's go, Chrome getting a great steal there, gets the flick back to Mozzie, and Mozzie, though he gets stunned out, still manages to find a way to get it to KJ. KJ with that quick reset now to A, doing some moves, drawing out original before sending it back up to KJ, finding Mozzie on the ceiling, driving down, looking to connect with Chrome on the way in. An unfortunate bounce means no connection, but they still keep the possession. Mozzie, this time, will not be denied on that pass to Chrome as he gets the quick reception and the quick shot in for the 2.
That was 2 in a row coming out of Vital. Super strong. Again, 2 excellent plays in the bubble. Not without mistakes, though. Either of these teams could grab the momentum and run. Right now, Vital's got it, but this is anybody's game.
I mean, it is anybody's game, but not if Vital keeps getting incredible defensive reads like that. I mean, they have been so quick to intercept so many of these high voltage clears, and that play is no exception. Chrome got a great read in the midfield, fed it up to Mozzie, looking at that open goal. He's not going to miss that. That's going to be good for the 2, and now Vital goes up by 5, because I can do math.
Yep, 5. 5 is it. 5 and dime.
They need a caster's version of the Spark overlay that has the score difference, like pre-calculated.
Yeah. They're just red. They're being read like a book. There is, I mean, they need to change up something, because Vital has just got too strong of a read on their game. And, whoa, that was a little bit of a handoff, maybe?
Yeah.
Mozzie coming through, Chrome snagging it and dropping it into that top pocket. We are now at 10-3. 3 with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. And I believe that's a pause on the game.
Yeah, I was just about to call that out too. I mean, I'm honestly a little surprised that we didn't see it earlier from High Voltage, but you definitely have to take this pause here, because as a reminder, Vital took round 1, right? And now with about maybe 3 minutes by the time those doors open, about 3 minutes remaining, and Vital is up by 7 points here. High Voltage has got to figure it out, and I think you hit the nail on the head. They're getting red, right? And it's I don't even know what to say. I don't know how you overcome defense like this from the side of Vital, because whether it's A or KJ or Mozzie on that back line, it really doesn't matter. They're all getting incredible defensive reads, baiting the clear to specific tunnels or through specific lanes, and then they're there to cover it. And that doesn't even mention the fact that they've got that stack lurking that has been wreaking havoc on High Voltage, and High Voltage has just been struggling to get it out of their zone. Once it's out of their zone, they're finding really good success, in my opinion. I mean, they've got pretty good conversion rates once they get into the bubble. The problem is High Voltage is not getting it down into the bubble. So this is a very smart timeout right here from High Voltage. They're probably taking a second to cool their jets, think about how do we go about the final 3 minutes here? How are we going to get it through mid? Because this is a very doable game. This is a very doable game. This is a very winnable game. We have seen High Voltage come back from a higher deficits with less time. We know they're capable of it. They have just got to figure out how they're going to do it, because Vital has been very, very scary so far this round, and what they're doing has not been working.
Absolutely. I think that, they're trying to slow it down coming out on the rollout. And I think that what I want to see is them push to at least get to midfield, but they've got to do that with smaller throws. They've got to take smaller bites. They've probably got to bait a little bit, because what I'm not seeing is Vital. It's not stacks, it's reads. They are coming out with either a guess, or they have studied and they know exactly where High Voltage wants to go, and then they have players in those spots. What they need to be doing is move the disc quick, and they need to get those, just exactly what Vital was doing, where they were threading. They were sending the disc out and then bringing it right back, and then sending it out again and bringing it right back. It's a little bit of a testing to see, where's the defense, where are you, see if they can get an echolocation of the other team, and then aggressively approach. Because once Vital does get the disc, they aren't being shy with it. They aren't holding it, except occasional moments, but they quickly get on the attack and punish for the mistakes that High Voltage is delivering.
Yeah, I think the jousts are also a pretty big issue that High Voltage is probably thinking through right now. I mean, it happened last round as well. I called it out a bit between rounds, but then it continued to happen going into this round, where their plays are getting red. Vital is throwing a very aggressive man defense at them right now, covering those wings, and they've got those quick reads down, where even if High Voltage tries to fire that one quickly, try to get it through the mid quickly, it doesn't matter, because what they are running is just not matching up against this Vital defense very well at all. Again, a very fixable issue, and that's why you take timeouts like this to really come together as a team and say, okay, you know what, this has not been working. This is what we're gonna, attempt going into these final 3 minutes to try to overcome that difference. Because, like I said, 7 points in 3 minutes is very doable for High Voltage, but they have got to execute far better than what they have been doing for, the first 7 minutes of this round.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, it is unforgiving. Looking at the stats here, Peck has 3 steals, 2 saves. The number of steals coming out of Vital is only 1. It's 1 that's claimed by Chrome, and I think that that's because a steal counts as the disc being in some proximity of the original thrower, or the bot who had the possession. So once they get up and close and personal, High Voltage has a pretty strong advantage there. But if Vital can keep the distance, then they're fine. I do think that they've got that this is a smart move to take this timeout, and they got to figure out some way of throwing where Vital is not.
Yep, 100%. And since it seems like these teams are taking the full length of the timeout here, Or actually, no, just kidding. Okay, we finally got the unpause. All right, here we go, here we go. So 3 minutes left on the clock. We see these players lining up in the tubes. They are ready to go. They've got 3 minutes to overcome a 7-point difference, or it is going to be Vital walking away with this one in 2 rounds. Let's see how they do it. Heck fires this one low. Quick pass down to Lulz in the trap. Drawing out Mozzie here before hitting that reset back to Heck at the trap. Incoming pressure now, forcing that pass back over to Lulz. Lulz now gets this one through. One defender, fine snipe there on the wall. Here we go. This is the high voltage we know and love, working their way down into the zone. They're into the bubble, firing low. A beautiful bounce to Original. These lanes are closed though, and that will force the reset back to Heck, but they keep the possession. Now down low again, finding Original, finding Lulz. Lulz looking for the goal, but Chrome says no. What a save there. It appeared open, and yet Chrome still appeared to get the save, and KJ Timpa in the right place at the right time fires a beautiful cross-pocket bounce 3. That is exactly what you do not want to see if you're here for high voltage right now. But if you're Vital, man, that's got to feel good.
Woo! That spot, Chrome with that save, that rollout, the buildup was so good. They were looking exactly the way we expected them to look. These passes are working for high voltage. They got unfortunately read again by Chrome at the last moment. So strong. They're doing it again. Here comes Snipe into the bubble, looking for that top pocket, but Chrome is there. Eye is heading down. They are stacking up, and it looks like Mozzie's going to get there first, but picked right away and bounced right back into Mozzie's hand. He came invulnerable or vulnerable right there at the right time and was able to get the disc, but the disc bounced free, and we are now all the way into the bubble. Whoa, that almost went in. We got Snipe picking it up first and sending it in for a ding. Hard angle there, really tight. Unfortunate, didn't have support, and Eye is going to take this out, slow it down. They are going to work it back up and send it down for a little bit of a funky bounce. Heck is going to get there first, but we are, the clock is ticking. It is now 1-12 and a 10-point game. We are in the red zone. I believe we may be past, but that big pass unfortunately got headbutt. Whoa! And rebounded by Original, sent in for 3 points. We are right now a 7-point game and 52 seconds left.
I don't have the stream up, so somebody in the chat, let me know if that little overlay says they even have time, because I'm not convinced. Yeah, there's no way. No. Yeah, but hey, you know what? These teams are going to fight to the end no matter what. Let's see how Vital answers back. Mozzie to Chrome. Chrome now down low, finding KJ, doing some moves. Oh my goodness. Gets through the entire defense, threading the needle through 2 defenders and the goalie to sink in the return 2. It's going to put Vital back up by 9, and with 20 seconds remaining, that is going to be GG, and it is going to be Vital winning this round. It is just a question of by how much.
That play by KJ coming in, I mean, the head's on top of the bot. There are 4 arms swinging around trying to find it and couldn't find it. KJ Tamazi for 3 points to end this round and take the match. Vital with the win.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, we don't have a ton of time to do a lot of post-game here. Congratulations to Vital. They really killed it in the midfield with those, you know, the stacks and the reading and everything that they did to keep it down in the high voltage zone. High voltage, excellent fight, just was not quite enough today to overcome that Vital defense. But I am sure that, you know, if and when we see this matchup again, both of these teams are going to be hungry to answer back. But we don't have, you know, time for anything beyond that, so stick around. We are going to be right back with our next game. It is going to be Emberus taking on Pandora. We'll be right back. Stick around. everybody, and welcome back. We just saw that exciting matchup between High Voltage and Vital, in which Vital won in 2 rounds. But I promise you, the action does not stop there, because coming up next, we're going to have Emberus as they take on Pandora. This is a high silver matchup. These players are ready to go. They were all in on time and waiting patiently, so I appreciate all 8 of these players being there, and I'm ready to get into this match. I am still Psychaotic. Sheep still in the booth with me. Dano on the cams. Sheep, what do you got for this match? What are you thinking?
Yep, I definitely love that when we get into the arena, they are all dancing around. Their bots are all bobbing around. They're psyched. There's a lot of activity. This is going to be a really fun game. Lots of familiar names in there. It looks like we've got some internationals, or at least international names. So yeah, this is going to be a fun one. I don't know these teams too well, so give me the lowdown on what you know about them.
You know what? I don't know much other than I know that Pandora has been around for several seasons now, captained by Miss Jeep Girls, who, you know, we know and love her here from the VRML production team, so it is good to cast one of her matches finally. And away we go, though, into this first round. A powerful headbutt comes through from Emberus, but it looks like Pandora may get the first pickup here. No, Tech getting the grab, now sends this one up to Viva Mexico. They're going to work their way up on the wall here. That stack is lurking for Pandora, forcing that reset back to Tech on the bow tie. Tech, though, gets low, not enough to keep it away though from the defender. Tiger Claw gets the pickup, just not quite the clear yet as this bounces off the nose and into the hands of Blue Bear, and Blue looks to help this one along. Still not cleared though, as Iago of In, we'll go with that. Iago of In, yes, Iago of In? I'm not totally sure, but they're gonna get a great pass over across, but unfortunately they will immediately lose it, and Pandora gets the clear.
Yep, Tiger Claw with the long distance clear. The stack came in right behind and stunned out the orange stack as they were coming in. Optimum retrieving at the bottom of the bubble, bringing it up to the backboard and backhanding it right into the goal for 2. We are 2-0 with 9 minutes left.
Dano McFabulous redeeming a word sneak. Sir, that is definitely more than one word, but I'll allow it. Poll is live, guys. Listen, we got that prediction poll. You can use those channel points to predict who you think will win, and either lose those channel points or get a reward if you are correct. So do that, because then you can get faster at redeeming those channel points to get your team casted, and I think that's pretty cool. And then also Arrow threatening to use Hydrate 270 times to drive up our water bills. Listen, buddy. Where do you think the subscription money for the channel goes? It just goes to the caster water bill. No, I'm joking. But there's a match going on, and I'm done blabbering.
we got some action in this game. We got Miva sending it long. That could bounce in. Whoa! Right in front of the backboard. Almost caught the edge, but did not. And we got Viva Mexo making another shot, I think. Maybe a pass. That went all the way around the bubble, and it is going to float out for Tech, who is going to bring this in for a little bit of a slow juke. Tiger Claw couldn't get there, and Vivo with a pass, but it comes loose, and it is a free disc. Tiger Claw sending that one deep, but it catches the center triangle, diamond there. Tiger Claw is bringing this one in. They are going to stack up and do a little bit of headbutting of their own team. Looked like they got a little bit confused about where each other were, and the disc is now in Optimum's hand, over, sending it across for Blue Bear, who is going to send it back down. The passes are going a little wide. Let's see, we got, who's going to retrieve that one? Optimum is going to get there first. We are passing it back to Jeep Girls, who does get the pass off for Tiger Claw over here on the left for a pass into the middle, and it dings on the point blank. Who's got that now? Vivo's got it and sent it all the way out, but it does not get clear. It is still over there in Popcorn, and it is a race to see who's going to get there first. Vivo is going to get there first and is looking for the clear, but sends it back for a safe pass to Tech, who is going to slowly move this up. They are tacking it back and forth, just like they're sailing a boat.
Yes, indeed. But oh, they're gonna get denied just outside of the Pandora bubble. Tiger Claw getting a great stun, steal, and send through all the way off of that back wall before anybody gets a hand on it. But it looks like Emberus is gonna get that possession back. Viva now on the ceiling. Oh, looking for those resets, but the lane was closed. Somebody from Pandora there taking care of the goalie, and Pandora gets the disc back. However, that next shot is gonna be off the back wall, and now Emberus is on it again, trying to work this one through the tunnel. It's gonna take a very good bounce here off of the shield, excuse me, away from Viva, but Tech is on the way, and we'll get this one picked up. Now going low, drawing out that defense, now sending it low to Viva Mexico on the backboard, tucking it in to the close side pocket for that slam dunk too. Goalie was stunned out. Easy goal there for them, and we are tied now early on. Or no, I'm sorry, we are already halfway through this first round. Where did the time go, Sheep?
Well, there was some patient movement and then a whole lot of bouncing around before Techo got that stun, and Vivo was able to just dunk that in for 2. It is a even match here with half the match gone. Blue Bear coming up, almost scoring into that pocket. That pocket's hard to hit. That one has proven tonight to be extra difficult to get inside. But the pass is coming loose. We are inside the bubble, but we are right back outside the bubble. We got Tiger Claw, who is going to work it in slow off this wall. Pulling it out right into the center there. 4, 2 more. We are at a 2-point lead at 4.5 minutes.
I was gonna say that was a bold shot, and then Optimum made me eat my words before they even left my mouth. Putting that one in for the 2 was gonna give Pandora that 2-point lead, but still so much time left to go. And I totally made a mental note of it earlier to call it out and then completely forgot. Shout out to Baby True in the chat who subscribed at tier 1. The support for the channel is always appreciated. Thank you so much, True. You are the best. But now here we go the other way. Pandora
It's headed back downfield.
We're going to blame it on the tornado.
Hello, can you hear us out there? Well, hey, oh my goodness, what a play to come back to, though. Sorry about that, guys, a little bit of tech issues, but Pandora says, oh, we're back. Okay, let's hit this 3. Tiger Claw from 8 meters out now, extending that Pandora lead up to 5.
Yep, while we were gone. This Pandora team just really dialed it in and have been working the disc. So we are back in scene here with Miva sending a long one up, looked like a pass, and it bounced funny, but then came back to Tech, but couldn't get his hands on it, and it is now sent all the way into the bubble. Optimum with a point-blank steal. Go Finn with the hands all over that.
I mean, what a save there from Iagofin. Point, like you said, Optimum, if that shot had gotten through him, that was going in for the 3. But he, kept this within range for his team, kept Pandora at that 5-point lead. So now there is a sliver of hope if they can find some points here on this volley. Oh no, Viva looks to be out of headset there, moving along. That pass went right by them. They're back in though. No 3v4s for Pandora just yet, but Pandora has managed to sneak the disc through the mid, where it's going to bounce around off of the cloud up high into the hands of Optimum once again, working their way into the bubble off of the shoulder and looking to drive it themselves, and they'll do it, putting that one in for the 2. 18 meters a second from 1 meter out. It's going to get Pandora up by 7.
Yep, that clear initially from Pandora didn't look like it was going to make it, but then the pass that just caught Viva Mexico out of headset, disconnected, whatever happened, was out of it. And so we are right back in it. And a whole bunch of dribbling here. It's working. Viva Mexico and Miva, they really excellent attack there. And with the shot, oh, it goes wide, but really excellent build up there. I think that this is a strategy that could work. The pass to the backside. Oh, but the defense from Optimum. Those hands, they're as big as tiger claws. Optimum sending it up for a big deep bounce, and it almost goes.
Oh, no way! Don't touch it! Don't touch it!
It goes 49 meters from Optimum!
Oh, there is just no way off of the back wall, off of the shield, and into the goal off of that headbutt. That is going to seal the deal right there. Pandora goes up by 10, and the doors will open one. Yeah, right. It doesn't matter. Points are points. From 49 meters out, it's still going to go in. But yeah, doors will open one final time. Let's see if there's any last points. No. Tech fires that through the tunnel. That's going to do it. Pandora takes this first round 12-2. Sheep, this was a very low scoring match for the first couple of minutes here, and then Pandora seemed to just explode out of nowhere. Do you have any ideas as to what happened and why?
Yeah, it's a good question. It does seem like there may be some technical challenges that Emberus is facing. We had the one moment there that looked like it could have been a clutch moment for Viva Mexico and just disconnected. Don't know what happened there, but they I think maybe stuck with some technical challenges. We'll see. But definitely the passing was much stronger from Pandora. When they got their chances, they took them. That last shot from Optimum 77 is exactly what I'm talking about. Taking that shot, it bounces. Yeah, it's going to slow down on every bounce, but it made it all the way in.
Yeah, it did. And Def, you are so right. You did redeem a hydrate, and I will take that because honestly, when we're talking for this long, water really starts to taste as good as waffles. So thank you for that. Yeah, 2 for 1, got them both. Let's go. But yeah, so thanks. I think you're right. Like a couple of times, we did see a couple of technical issues over there from the side of Emberus, whether it's lost tracking or just out of headset for a moment. That said, I think Pandora is still just doing a little bit better, with the passing game once they get down into the Emberus bubble. They are not afraid to pass it. They have been connecting on their passes just a bit more than Emberus. But if Emberus can tighten that up now going into the second round, it could be a different story. So let's see. Here we go into round 2.
Yep, Pandora wins the joust, sends it downfield quick from Optimum, but it bounces errantly, which gave the Emberus the opportunity to snag it up. Whoa! And Vivo was just dropping in there for the score, but a point-blank steal from Blue Bear takes the disc and sends it right back out, but it is recovered. And Miva with a 7-meter shot, 17 meters per second for the opening goal. Emberus is back in this right away.
That was a bold shot, but it works out for them. Miva driving in off of the boot, sinks it in for the 2. And honestly, that is exactly what Emberus needed there to start this round out strong. But now here comes Pandora, looking to answer back. Optimum fires through the tunnel, connecting here with Tiger Claw. Tiger now bouncing this one down low, is going to find Blue Bear there on the floor. Now crossing once again, connecting with Optimum, looking to drive off of the backboard, and that's going to be good for the 2. I mean, you could see that coming there. Optimum coming in with speed, and it was a harsh angle, but once he had eyes on that backboard, that's all she wrote. It was going to go in.
Absolutely. I love that bounce pass to Blue Bear below the boots down there. That was hot.
Boot
and
bear, if you will.
point. And it opened up Optimum to do exactly what he does well, which is that bounce shot. Hard to defend.
Yeah. 100%. That is never a good situation to be in as a goalie when you've got one, one member of the other team driving that one in. They could take that direct angle, but you've also got to keep an eye on the backboard, and the window closes because they get so close in. Just a scary situation, and it looks like they're looking to answer back here. No, denied by the defense, but then Tech gets a great interception off the bow tie. Emberus is not done yet. Miva looks to drive, but Jeep Girl says no, get out of her house. What a great save there, but Optimum is not quite going to be able to help it along as they get stunned out before getting the clear. Back and forth we go in the midfield. A couple of slaps go through, but it is still not through the mid as Blue Bear now gets the hand on it, and it's going to be enough to get it through the tunnel, but Iagofin is right there to get the pickup. Now back into the hands of Optimum for Pandora, going back and forth through the mid, but finally it's going to get cleared down into the zone of Emberus.
Absolutely, and we've got Tiger Claw sending it back for a quick reset. Optimum is there to scoop it up and is now hanging out on the ceiling, juking a little bit, takes the time, but passes it at the right time. Tiger Claw hanging out over on the shoulder, drops in right for the goal. This is a 2-point game at 7 minutes. This is the better match that we were expecting to see. I really like that Emberus is taking their time. They're pushing it forward, they're pushing it back. They're possessing the disc a lot better. It didn't work out for them that time, but I think they've got a good strategy that they can use here to keep into this match, except that Tiger Claw, they have got hands that are huge and passed it right back in for 2 more points. That is a 4-point lead very quickly out of Pandora. This game could get away quick, but there's still plenty of time.
Yeah, not just a 4-point lead, but that's also just 6 unanswered points right now from Pandora because we did see Ember score first. So interesting to see this momentum shift back into the favor of Pandora. But there's still so much time left to go, as you said. So let's see if Embers can find their answer here as Viva sends it through to Iagofin. Iagofin down low, looking to connect with the teammate, but takes an unfortunate bounce instead. And Pandora is quick to pick that one up with the stack. Optimum gets another hand on it, helping it along, goes cross off of the bow tie. What an interesting bounce there, but it actually turns into a totally calculated self pass. Just ask them. And they'll fire now up to Tiger Claw, taking it up to the ceiling, sending it down low, finding Blue Bear, but Blue Bear just not quite able to make that angle work off of the ding ring. But Pandora is still not done yet, now working their way into the bubble once again. Optimum loads that one up to put it in for the 2. That is the 8th unanswered point from Pandora.
Yep, it was working for them, and then they lost that shot. It came loose off the top of the bubble, but then came right back into Optimum's hands, and he said, I will just take this in and finish this off for us to take the 6-point lead and 8 unanswered points, like you said. Then here we go with Emberus coming out, but forgetting the disc, making it back in time, looking for the clear, but it goes unfortunately bouncing off of the center of the arena. But they are holding on to it. Iago sending it all the way down. Great pass. Viva Mexico juking a little bit. Oh, and the bounce goes in their favor. But what a great save from Jeep Girls right there in front of the goal. Fantastic. Both offense and defense. We're seeing a great game here. Iago Finn almost had it, but gets stunned out. Tiger Claw takes the stun and takes the disc, passes it all the way through, but then it does not make it through. Optimum's going to retrieve this right outside of their bubble and going to pass it up to Tiger Claw. We're going to see what they're going to do here. They're going to send it all the way up. It catches the right part of oh, that almost went in. We got Miva getting the retrieval there, and it is back to the center. And we've got Viva Mexico sending it all the way in, but not making it through the bubble. Tiger Claw retrieves it, and we are going to be making another attack here. Optimum sending it in. It makes it into the bubble, but bounces back out, and Miva is going to take that. They are going to send it back all the way around the horn again, but it does not make it out. These clears are not making it through the tunnels.
Yeah, just a smidge off on some of the precision here, and it's just enough for the other team to capitalize, and that's honestly not specific to either of these teams. Both of these teams have been struggling with those midfield clears, but this time, Iago Fan looks to get it through on the bounce. No good as it goes off the popcorn, however, gets back to it, and this time it will go through the tunnel. Bouncing once again, Tech, oh my goodness, gets the stun, gets the shot off. It is just a bit off for the 3. That would have been huge, but they're not done yet as Tech looks to force another turnover, recovered by by Viva, gets through both defenders on the post and looking to drive. Oh my goodness, eyes on the prize, and they'll get it done. That is good for the 2, and that is exactly really what Emberus needed to stay in this game as they cut that Pandora lead down to 4.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a fantastic shot, and Emberus, I mean, I think that that Viva said, okay, Optimum, you think you can do it 1 on 4? Let me show you what I can do. And finish that off for a 4-point game here. There's plenty of time for them to get back into it, and errant passes are going to be in the favor of Emberus right here. Are they going to be able to retrieve it? Yes, they do, and they're pushing it slowly forward, but Optimum gets there first, and but loses it off of maybe a friendly headbutt, sends in the disc all the way in, but there is a goalie back there hanging out. Jeep Girls getting the retrieval and sending it back across for let's see, Tiger Claws now got it. We're going to see how they're going to make this attack. All 4 of Emberus are back in their bubble, playing defense. The shot comes, but Miva, second save in the last 3 or 4 minutes. Excellent, coming in clutch for the team. The disc is going to be brought back to the center, but Iago gets it before anyone else can. And again, that precision is off slightly. Just enough, though, that it is working in the favor of Pandora.
Yeah, working in their favor, and oh my goodness, another one going in their favor. Optimum somehow getting a hand on that clear to keep the possession for Pandora. Now low to Tiger Claw. Tiger under pressure, tries to send that one back to Optimum, but it actually turns into a pass to Blue Bear instead. Blue, though, under pressure, looks for the pass or lost the hand, not sure which, but either way, Emberus looks to pounce here, finally finding this clear with a little help from Iago Finn, and that is going to be all the way down into the zone of Pandora, but they already have that stacked together as this one is picked up by Optimum. What a duck there to get through tech. The clear bounces its way through the tunnel. Stack is already together though for Embers, so they're going to get the first hand. Now bouncing into the hands of Iago Finn once again, stunned out, and Blue Bear with the immunity coming out of that stun manages to keep it away from that stack, sends it over cross where it's going to be collected off of from Optimum, excuse me. Optimum now sending this one down into the bubble, picked up by Tiger Claw for Pandora on the shoulder, gets the pass fired over to Optimum, who puts that one away for the 2-pointer. That is going to put Pandora up by 6 points with 1 minute remaining. I mean, that is basically all but forced Emberus into the situation where they need 2 threes and they need them quickly.
Yep, they need them quickly. Emberus is right on their tail. I mean, that was several passes that immediately were stunned out after the pass went. Emberus is right there on their tails. They're just getting some unlucky bounces. I think that there's a strategy that they started to implement but gave up. There's a lot to learn out of this first round. Emberus is making an attack here. I think they're looking a whole lot better. And the shoot from Miva straight off of the front of the bubble into that top pocket for a strong finish to this first round. 6-10.
This is the second round, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, that shot from Miva was beautiful, but by making that 2, it has sealed the deal here. Pandora still up by 4, is just going to come out here and do whatever they've got to get some more points on the board. Or maybe we'll see one last score from Emberus. No, that's going to go off of the nest, off the shield, off the floor, and that will do it. Pandora takes this match in 2 rounds. This one's going to be 10-6.
Yeah, wow. That was a strong finish. Both teams working it all the way to the end. Really excellent match. I'm very pleased to see the work that came out of both of these teams. Those saves, whew! I mean, almost the entire team of Pandora had saves on their sheet. Really, really excellent game from both teams. I'm very pleased.
Yeah, I mean, really, really excellent game here. I think, honestly, all it really came down to is who was able to execute with a little bit more precision in those key moments. Both of those teams had opportunities, were able to fight their way through the mid, but Pandora, once they got it to that bow tie area, really did an excellent job of shifting it back and making careful decisions, finding those passes, connecting on those passes, which I think is something that Ember struggled with just a little bit more. And in the end, though it was close rounds, Pandora was able to sneak away with the win in 2 rounds. So congratulations to them.
Yep, well done, Pandora. I think that those errant passes, when you start to expect a team to maybe miss some of those clears, You know, this is where Pandora could start to poach some of those lanes broadly and hang out in them, expecting the pass to either come into the center of the lane where they could make an adjustment, or to bounce again in their favor. And it certainly worked out on the side of Pandora. So strong win. Well done.
Yep. Well done indeed. So listen, guys. Oh, first of all, we got to hydrate from Def Real. Thank you. I will take that right now.
Very good, Def.
Listen, Psychaotic thought she was really smart this evening when she was planning out the sets, right? So we picked an 8, an 8:30, and a 9:15, because usually by the time we get to that last match, we're about 10, 15 minutes behind. And I thought I was super smart. No, these teams all were on time this evening. You know, both of them decided in 2 rounds. So we don't actually have another match for the next 15 minutes. So we will have another matchup. It is going to be the Wireless Jacks, who are near and dear to my heart, against Dislocated, which also has a bunch of my friends on it. It is going to be a fantastic matchup. You definitely don't want to miss it. You're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer for this one. So we're gonna be back in about 10 or 15 minutes ish. See you guys then.
Peace, y'all.
Season 7 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, VR Cover, ProTube VR, Arma.gg, Kiwi Design, Downpour Interactive, and VRware.net.